Hello, everyone, and happy Friday morning. Well, hopefully. Yeah, it's Friday, and things the past 24 hours have, I have to say, been very fruitful. Everything over the past 24 hours has turned green, but don't get your hopes up. I'm serious. At least to me, I've already sold out of all my positions in CryptoHopper from last night's video, which just uploaded. It was just over 15 minutes, and I didn't know my account wasn't verified, so YouTube wouldn't load it until I verified my account. So did that as soon as I got home, so it's up now. It's about 12 hours late, but hey, better late than never, right? So before I go into where things are right now, I will show you guys just what I mean by even in a bear market or when Bitcoin's dominance is really high, that you can still, make a killing. You do see some red. I did choose to take some losses along the way, but this was, these I sold about an hour ago. And all this stuff I started selling when I started noticing the decline in the market, and some things just weren't moving, and I didn't want to be stuck in those positions. But as I scroll down, and these are all from the past 24 hours, you got a 2.3% gain, a 4% gain, 1.2, 2.6. So this I actually had meant to take off my list, but that reminded me, so I took it off. It's a slow seller, so eventually it would have gone up, but it's one of those coins that's a very low penny amount, so any position up or down is by 10%, and so if it goes up when you get it, that's great, you get a 10% gain. If it goes down, well, there you go. But again, we had almost 5% gain on that one. Close to 2%, so I did really well the past 24 hours. But for me, it's playing the market very, very conservatively right now. And why? Because of, and we'll go over here, Bitcoin dominance, and we'll go ahead and refresh it. It's back up to a 53.3 last night. I believe it was around a 53.2. But it's been, the reason why I did some trading was because I did see some movement going back into the altcoins, and this staying pretty stagnant. About 2 hours ago, I started noticing it moving back up, and that's why I started getting out of positions as quickly as possible. I didn't want to get stuck with, losses possibly later on today, which, I'm going to say it's a very good possibility. And the reason being is it's Friday. There really hasn't been, we'll look at Bitcoin real quick on a 4-hour chart. Aside from the BitMEX thing where they shut down for a little bit, we haven't really seen a lot of movement in Bitcoin this week. And the only reason why it shot up like this is BitMEX is really big for margin trading, short sells, and with that down, for however long it was, it was an opportunity for Bitcoin to move up, because there really wasn't any resistance for the bulls. The bulls just had their run, but as we can see, as soon as it came back up, Bitcoin went right back down. And since then, we've seen some good movement upwards, but there hasn't been a lot of volume. And then once I started seeing all these altcoins going up from where they were in their reds, that spoke to me that people were putting money back into the altcoins temporarily to basically make some money for the next Bitcoin moves. I've already started to see some of these percentages go down, even on my CryptoHopper. Stuff that was moving up started moving down very quickly. So that's why I turned around and exited out my positions, which is what I want to talk about this video today, is explain why I look at Bitcoin before I do anything, but more so why I look at Bitcoin dominance and what it is. To give you guys an idea of how my strategy works and why I feel it's so important. So, first of all, Bitcoin is tied to all the altcoins. Now you do have some options. You have Ether or Ethereum, that you can trade with as well. On Binance, you can use their coin, but you go to any exchange except for what is it? Yeah, I just had like a complete brain fart, and I shouldn't, but hey, I've been at work all night. Except for Coinbase, where Coinbase is strictly fiat. Any other exchange that you might trade from, Bitcoin is going to be the main pair. So that's the first thing. Yes, you can trade with other altcoins here, and in some cases, I know some exchanges have added Ripple as well as a pairing. But first of all, with Ethereum, you don't have as it's not generally all of them. With Binance, they do offer the majority of the altcoins to trade with it, but Ethereum is also an altcoin, which is still tied to Bitcoin. So when all the trading's happening in Bitcoin, Ethereum will drop like a stone, just like everybody else. So your trading power isn't going to be, as strong as it always will be with Bitcoin. The only way that Bitcoin's going to lose its main dominance over the altcoins is one day when there are actual fiat pairings. And even then, Bitcoin's still going to be tied to the altcoins, I think, for a very long time. Eventually, I think it will begin to disengage from that, and I'll do another video on why I think that, but that's tied in with ETFs and a bunch of other things as well. And that's, like I said, that's for another video. So that's the first thing, is when there's a lot of trading in Bitcoin, you're not going to have as much trading with the alt. So that's important. Bitcoin dominance, just to give you an idea of what it is. Let me scroll back up here. All right, so Bitcoin dominance is a percentage of the total cryptocurrency market capitalization that Bitcoin takes up at any given time. So to break it down, basically what it means is if your total market cap on here is 384 billion, and Bitcoin's market cap at the time is 142 billion, then its dominance is 37.2. It's, so the amount of trading of that it's worth, its value, is 1/3 of that. So if we look at the current market, Bitcoin's market cap is at 113 billion, and the overall market cap is 212 billion. So all the money, all the trading is going into Bitcoin right now, and there's not a lot of trading in the alts. And the alts always lag behind Bitcoin. So for now, we'll see, Bitcoin's dominance very high until it probably breaks. Whether it breaks up or down, it's still gonna be the main focus. I mean, Bitcoin is the king, and that's not going to change, not for a very, very long time. So I wouldn't, place any bets on, the correlation between Bitcoin and the rest of the market to change anytime soon. To give you another example, go into the actual dominance chart here. So you see when Bitcoin was its lowest back in January, it was at a 33% dominance rating, and the altcoins were still doing good. Again, here in July of 2017. You can see, peaks on all the different coins. And again, there wasn't a lot of trading going on with Bitcoin. And then it wasn't until, what is this, April, roughly? May. No, this is, yeah. So we're looking at April or May is when a lot of the altcoins started to really just decrease in price. Just like Bitcoin after the bubble popped, a lot of coins went down in price as well. But a bubble was bound to happen. You're not going to reach $20,000, and some coins, went from absolutely nothing to like $100 in a matter of 6 months. So it's just common sense that a bubble is going to pop at some point, and the market's going to have to correct itself. So no matter what you read, from the naysayers, oh, Bitcoin's dead, Bitcoin's going to $100, it's going to $0. It's not going to happen. I don't believe, not at this point. It would literally take like a worldwide ban for that to happen, and even then, it'd just go underground, in my opinion, at least. So there is a direct correlation, and when Bitcoin's dominance is up, the altcoins aren't traded as much. All the money's going into Bitcoin. So this is why that the Bitcoin dominance itself is so important, and that's why that's why I look at it every day, and not even just every day, but constantly throughout the day. I'll for example, when I got up last night, I saw that things were going well, that things have been kind of stagnant, and so I let my bot, gave the reins to the bot and let it do its thing for, 6 or 7 hours. And then when I started noticing, prices, my profits weren't, or the percentages weren't going up as fast and things were starting to go down, I took a look at the dominance. It had gone up, 0.05 of a percentage point. But to me, that was a sign that, things were about to change, and from the looks of it, it's slowly starting to. You're going to start seeing some of these coins. I think their percentage is going down, and already we're starting to see some red happening as people are selling their profits and putting it back into Bitcoin. I can already starting to see the trading starting to pick up a little bit with Bitcoin. So there's a very good possibility we'll see a move either from the bears or the bulls at some point today. Again, also looking at patterns after the bloodbath of the altcoins a few weeks back, and then after this huge drop by Bitcoin back into the 6,200 to 6,500 range. We first saw the bloodbath by the altcoins, and then a consolidation period with Bitcoin, and volumes were low, and for about 2 or 3 days, the altcoins picked back up, and then over last weekend, they dropped again, and for up until yesterday, we were seeing nothing but a sea of red. So, look at it as the bears and the bulls. The past, day and a half has been a consolidation period. There hasn't been a whole lot of movement, up or down. So, they're just trying to recoup some money and getting ready for the next cycle. That's the way I'm looking at it, and that's what I'm preparing for. Now, I could wake up tonight and be surprised and continue to see a whole sea of green, and I might have missed some opportunities, but honestly I'm willing to miss a couple opportunities and not eat my shirt, if you know what I'm saying. It's still a bear market. The dominance is just way too high for me to feel comfortable on just letting CryptoHopper do its thing. So I would rather make money and make some profit in spurts instead of just breaking even or getting caught with my pants down and then put over my dad's knee and spanked a few times to remind me, hey, you can't see the future. So in this case, I'd rather err on the side of caution. But this is why Bitcoin dominance is so tied in with the altcoins right now, because there's nothing else to really take its place. And even though, yes, you do have some options with a lot of the exchanges now to buy, whether it's Ethereum or the Binance coin, or in some cases Ripple or XRP, you're still buying an altcoin with an altcoin. And to me, that's really not the best thing, because whereas Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin has had its ups and downs, but it's been mainly staying in a certain range. So I know that my buying power is going to be, roughly the same every day, unless there's a huge jump up or down. But even then, it's only a few dollars. Whereas with Ethereum, we'll go into that real quick and I'll show you. Where is it? There it is. All right. So when we look at Ethereum, one day you're all the way up here at 200, like what, $400 or $500, and then you drop down to, where's it at now, $276. So your buying power with Ethereum is less. You're not, so you're not making as much per trade, whereas at least with Bitcoin is still volatile, but as we continue to see more volume in futures trading, more volume in shorts and longs and margin trading, and a lot of these things are kind of counteract just the regular day trading and the volatility. And then once you start getting ETFs and into the game, and more investor money and then more retail money again put into Bitcoin, the amount of volume will start to stabilize Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yes, is still volatile and it's still very dangerous to trade if you don't do your research. And that was my cat racing around the apartment. You can still lose your shirt if you make the wrong move without essentially being intelligent about it and understanding the market that you're in. But to me, trading an altcoin with an altcoin when everything's still paired to Bitcoin, when everything's still basically bowing to the king himself, is folly. And some people, there's a couple traders that I've seen that do trade Ethereum and do pretty well with it. So kudos to them. But again, when you listen to the videos or you read what they're saying, they've done their research. So they too are being cautious in a bear market. And that's exactly what I'm doing, is I am not messing around in the bear market. And I really won't let CryptoHopper run 24/7 on its own with little supervision until I see this back down to at least the 47 to 45%. And then at that point, I'll feel more comfortable with, letting CryptoHopper run 24/7 and, take the losses where I gotta take the losses. So I hope that helped a little bit in explaining why I do talk so much about Bitcoin, why when I start my videos or throughout the day or any time else, I'm always looking at Bitcoin dominance and making my strategies from there. Personally, it's a strategy that's worked for me and I've been doing pretty well by it. So feel free to hit the likes, subscribe if you've enjoyed what I'm doing, and feel free to leave any comments or let me know what your strategies are as well and how they work for you. And this will be Crypto Knights signing off, and you guys have a great day.